What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a full face of Morphe products. If you are new here, my name is Sarah. I'll be reviewing and trying out a bunch of different products today. You'll be able to see my first impressions, my review, but they will all be Morphe products today. Here's the final look. Spoiler, it's good. A lot of these products were really good, and Morphe products are so affordable. I'm so excited about this video because I think you guys are gonna discover a lot of new products that maybe you didn't know that are super affordable and you could easily pick up, especially for summer. Like this is my ideal summer makeup look. I mean, I don't wanna say too much because I'm gonna spoil the video, but if you wanna see how I got this look, see my review of all these products. We did foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, eyebrow, lip, mascara, setting spray. I mean, we did basically everything you can do. So if you wanna see all of that, then keep on watching. So I went over to Ulta and picked up a few things because today, as you saw from the title of this video, we are doing a full face of Morphe, which I'm pumped about because Morphe is such an affordable makeup brand, and I feel like if you want to go out and buy a bunch of stuff, you don't have to feel too guilty when you buy Morphe products because they are so affordable and well priced. Okay, so the first thing I did to get ready for this video was wet my sponge. I got the Morphe microfiber sponge and I wet it like I always do. Look how freaking humongous this sponge is. Hold on, let me back up. Okay, look how freaking humongous this sponge is. I grabbed a regular beauty blender for size. This isn't even all the way damp. So this actually gets smaller when it's totally dry. So I guess it's not apples to apples, but like, guys, this sponge is the size of my head almost. It's the size of my entire cheek. I'm so pumped to use it. It feels amazing. It feels so different than any type of sponge I've ever felt. I love that it has a flat edge and then two flat edges on either side. This is gonna be amazing for like carving out the skin. You can use this so many different ways. I'm so excited. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna be using the, what is this called? This is the Hint Hint Skin Tint foundation from Morphe. I'm in the shade Hint of Almond. I have another Morphe foundation, but I think this is the one you guys are gonna wanna see more because it's summer and we want something really light. So as you can see, look at how, not watery, but light the formula is. I'm gonna grab my huge ass sponge and just start blending that in. Oh my God. I am obsessed with this sponge. This is the best thing I've ever used. So like I was saying, I have the Filter Soft Focus, I can't remember what it's called, foundation over there, also from Morphe, obviously. I personally like this one more, and especially for summer, this is such a nice light formula. You don't have to apply it like I'm applying it right now, but I wanted to apply it this way to show you guys the consistency so you can really understand like how nice and light it is. And it's buildable, so it's not as light coverage as you might think it would be. It illuminates my skin. I love it. Oh, it's so nice because it doesn't dry me out. It doesn't feel like a thick foundation. It gives me this nice glow. Let's move on to concealer. Here we go. So I have the Hide and Peak concealer in 3 different shades. I have Peak of Fawn, Peak of Buff, and Peak of Peach. I think I'm gonna mix Peak of Fawn and Peak of Peach. I have a feeling I'm somewhere in between these two, and I don't wanna go too light because I always wanna look like I have a bit of a tan. This is also gonna be mostly liquid products, which is gonna be a great summer makeup look for you guys. So this one is Peak of Peach. Let's try this one first. Oh, I think that's gonna be good. Ooh, love this applicator. Nice doe foot, and it's very, I don't know, like almost spongy and smooth. So this one, I can't remember. Oh, this one's actually a touch lighter, so I don't even think I'm gonna use it because that peach one is lighter than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna go back in with my massive sponge. I think I need a little bit of the fawn now that I looked at this up close, just to really brighten things. So the only downfall of this sponge may be that it's so big that it can't really get in these areas, but with this little triangular like top edge, I am able to. Okay, I don't know about this concealer. It's not really doing much, but it could be the sponge, so I may need to switch. I don't know what's happening. I don't love what's happening right now. I think I need more. I think it dried down really quick, so you have to work with it kind of quickly. I'm not as happy with the concealer as I am with the foundation. So I'm gonna do a little bit more where I feel like things didn't go well for me on that last pass. Then I'm gonna grab my continuous setting mist. I love this stuff, oh my God. That's just gonna like reinvigorate everything on my skin. And I'm gonna now, okay, yes, this is what I needed. I'm also pressing a little bit harder with the sponge this time around, which I think is really helping, but that setting spray just like loosened everything up and let me really get where I'm trying to go, you know what I'm saying? It's a yes. What I did, I showed you, I got that bronzer, which I am gonna use today, but I wanted to keep this creamy for you guys, so I also got the concealer in the shade Peak of Sienna. It's a nice dark shade for my skin tone, and I'm hoping I can use this as like a little bit of a like liquid contour moment, or even just like a little bronzer moment that's liquid. Because in the summer, I try and use as little powder as possible. I thought this would work, which we are gonna find out live. So you can see I'm just kind of contouring. I'm just kind of contouring where I normally would. I'm going to hit my face with the setting mist again. And then let's blend. That setting mist is so freaking amazing. The flow on it. Ooh, that's working. I picked that shade because it said it was a deep shade with neutral undertones. And I always try and get products with neutral undertones because I have neutral undertones, and generally they're gonna look better on my skin than something with like a warm undertone. A lot of the other ones had red undertones. So I try and stick to neutral. Definitely taking a bit of elbow grease, I guess you could say, to blend it in, but it's really, really pretty. Like, as long as I don't bring it down too far and ruin the contour, it's actually blending out really nicely, where I feel like this could totally just work as a cream bronzer. I'm really putting the sponge to the test as well, because we're doing a lot. So what I think I need to do is grab a teeny bit more of my foundation, and I'm just gonna put this on my hand so I have more control about where it goes, because I just want to add a little bit under here where I feel like my bronzer just went a little awry, and I want to make sure I keep those lines nice. And I'm just gonna give myself a teeny bit more coverage. That's exactly what I needed, was a little bit more of like this dewy foundation. This skin tint is like one of my favorite Morphe products ever, especially for my skin type, which is relatively dry, but also kind of combination. I think that just gives like a nice, beautiful, natural glow. We will clean up the bronzer with the powder bronzer in just a moment, but I think that could work. So if you're looking for something affordable that can work as like a contour stick or cream bronzer, like I feel like this looks great. Okay, moving on to blush. Blush, cream blush. A lot of blushes are having a moment right now. This is a cream blush in the shade Wish. It's a cheek and lip mousse. So it is moussey, the consistency, which I think is really, really cool. So I'm just gonna do this, press this in. I'm gonna go over the nose, like hit this area right here where the sun would normally hit me. I love putting my blush over my nose, kind of like this. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of it also on the lids, and then also on the lips. Okay, and you guessed it, I'm grabbing my setting spray again, just to, like I said, invigorate all the products onto the skin, and now grabbing that sponge and just blending out. But honestly, I don't need much blending at all. That mousse blends in so nicely. I love this. It just is like this beautiful, monochromatic, really pretty, natural makeup look. Such a good summer makeup look right here. Yes. Okay, so for brows, I'm gonna use this powder in the shade Biscotti. And then I'm also gonna use this translucent brow gel over top. I found the pencil as well. So you're gonna need an angled brush with a spoolie if you wanna use the powder. Always combing my brows up first. Let's see what we're made of. This is a good shade. It's nice. It's a good consistency. Like, it's just nice and powdery. I actually really like this powder. It's nice for, I don't know, it's like really smooth. It's pigmented. It's a nice shade for me. I haven't used an angled brush or a powder brow product in so long because I've just been using pencils. So I do want to pop into the pencil just so I can show you guys both options. This is also the shade Biscotti, but it's a pencil with an angled tip, which I love, and then the spoolie on the other end. So let's just see if we can finish off kind of the front of the brow with the pencil. And I always feel like when I'm using a product like this, I can just be a little more precise. So I can kind of like clean up all the lines a little bit better. Yeah, I think I like it. It's definitely super affordable as well. And this shade is nice and neutral and brown. I feel like it'll be a pretty good universal shade for a lot of people. You just need to kind of apply a little bit of pressure when using it. And then I'm gonna use the clear gel on top. Ooh, I like that. It's a super interesting bristle. It has like the whole right side right here is like long and then the other side is short. So that's cool because depending on how long your brows are, I would probably use the short end on like the front part of my brow and then flip to the thick end for the long end for the back end of my brow. This feels nice. I also feel like it's really like setting my brows in place. I can make them look nice and fluffy and feathery. Ooh, love that brow gel. Things are coming together. I'm gonna put a teeny bit of shimmer on. This is the Shimmer Highlights. It's just I don't know, it's kind of like a cream from the Madison Beer collection. It's in the shade Fairy Tears. I just wanna put a little bit of this like where I would highlight. So I wanna do tops of my cheeks, I wanna do my nose, cupid's bow, and I wanna do a little bit on my eyelids as well. And I'm just gonna blend this with my finger because products like this, if you use a sponge to blend them, the sponge is just gonna suck them all up. And when we're using like so little of this, I want the product to stay on the face. So, oh, isn't that so pretty? It's super understated, but it's like, it's subtle, but it makes a difference. It just like brings a little bit of light. It's such a pretty like pinky champagne shade. I don't even think I'm gonna use any eyeshadow today. I was gonna use the Madison Beer palette, but I don't think I'm gonna because I wanna keep this really basic and like summery for you guys. And the blush and the bronzer and that highlight is really all. I love that. I'm just going to grab a clean brush that might have like a teeny bit of translucent powder on it because I want to try that bronzer out for you guys. So I just wanted to slightly set where I'm going to put the bronzer on my face. I have to just try this bronzer out. I wouldn't normally, like you definitely don't need it for this look, but I want you guys to know if it's good and I want to know if it's good. It's in the shade Originator. This was the most neutral bronze I could find. I love how huge the pan is. I love how big the mirror is. For perspective, like when I tap my brush in, look how big that is. There's not a ton of kickback, which I love. Ooh, oh, that's pretty. That's a good shade. I always just, especially in the summer, I always just feel like I need a teeny bit more warmth. Like I just feel like you can't go wrong with bronzer in the summer because people are tan. You're probably a little more tan. And I could do a little on the lid as well. I love it. I really do. It's smooth. It went on the skin really smooth. Considering I didn't even really set my face at all. I'm gonna go back on with my huge sponge and just kind of blend everything in a little bit more. Not super necessary, but look how, oh, I'm loving how this is looking right now. I love that bronzer. It's really, really good. Super affordable, you guys. So Glam Bronze in Originator. This is also a body bronzer. It's a face and body bronzer. So I might like contour a bit around here and like bronze up my chest with this in the summer. I love products that are like multi-purpose like that. Isn't that so nice? Okay, I'm gonna do a teeny bit of eyeshadow just to show you the Madison Beer palette. I've used this before, but I'm just gonna grab like, no shade names on here, which I hate, but I'm gonna go in with like this pink and then maybe this like more dark mauve, brown pink, and I'm just gonna define my lash line with that. I'm not even gonna put it all over the lid because like I said, like I just don't think we need a full eyeshadow moment. I just want a little bit of definition around the eyes so that my lashes will look nice and fluffy and thick, because otherwise I just don't love how my lashes look when I have nothing on my lash line. But look how pigmented these shades are. Barely put any on my brush and it's like, boom. Gonna grab a clean brush and just kind of smudge that out a little bit because I don't want these like big lines. I just want a little bit of darkness, a little bit of definition. And see, that added just a teeny bit of definition around the eyes, just smudged it out. And then I'm gonna grab my Morphe mascara. This is the Make It Big mascara in bold black. Here is the applicator. All right, let's do this. I don't know if I've used this. I think I've used this only like once or twice. Ooh. This is feeling very similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Look at how freaking long my lashes look. Whoa. And look how thick they look. Whoa. I'm impressed. Let's do the other one nice and close up for you guys. This left lash is always less impressive. Always. I don't know why, but wow. I feel like it is defining them, it's fluffing them, it's making them like nice and thick and messy, which I really like. I don't know how good it is on those lower lashes. It's a little goopy, so you just wanna be careful. I'm trying to just do a teeny bit. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll clean it up. So I would say it's a tad messy on the lower lashes, but I love that on the upper lashes. Wow. Okay, let's just let that dry. I do have a lip. One more thing I want to use. This is the Gloss Pop Face and Eye Gloss. I don't know, guys. I've never put a gloss really on, but for that like really pretty summery dewy look, I'm gonna try it. For you guys, I'll do anything. Okay, so it says to put it on, it's not supposed to be sticky. You're supposed to put it on like the tops of your cheeks and your eyelids. I actually kind of love that. I'm hoping it's gonna dry down but still look glossy. You don't have to do too much, and you definitely don't need to do this at all. You can skip this step. I'm just trying to show you guys as many products as possible. This is freaking awesome. I would never normally think to use a product like this, but it's so pretty. You definitely don't need much. A little bit goes a long way, but talk about dewy, talk about, ooh, I'm so into that. Like so much more than I expected to be. That is cool. And especially in the summer, if you're at the pool and you just wanna have like a glossy cheek moment, ooh. Okay, for lips, I'm gonna use the lip oil. This is the Glassified lip oil in Mirror Mirror. They have a bunch of different shades, but holy, okay, smells good. Talk about, whoa, this goes with my whole glossy theme. How glossy are my lips right now? Holy crap, I love that, that's so pretty. Again, a little bit goes a long way. Those really are like glass. One thing you have to be careful of if you do a gloss, do it very last, because if you're cleaning anything up or getting any fallout, it's gonna stick into this. So I don't agree that this is not sticky. The gloss on my cheeks, it's definitely sticky. I think it looks really cool, so it honestly doesn't bother me at all. Last thing, let's go on with the setting spray one more time. This is my favorite setting spray, at least applicator of all time, because that continuous spray just gives you like the most beautiful, even layer of product. It's so nice. And that's it, guys. Wow. What do we think? I think it's still really like understated and simple for summer, but like it's definitely a look. It's definitely a makeup look. The gloss on the cheeks and the eyes and the lips probably is my favorite part. And I liked so many of these products. Okay, so just a quick review of all the products I used. I think I loved everything and would recommend everything other than the concealer. Not that I don't think it's good. Like I honestly think it still looks really great and we made it work, but it was a little bit drier than I want it to be. I had to, you guys saw, go over with the setting spray and really work it in. Once I did, I think it looks beautiful and it's still like a great affordable concealer, but that was the only one that I wasn't obsessed with. Everything else I was obsessed with. The skin tint is incredible. The liquid blush or the cream like souffle blush was so good. Both bronzers were amazing. The mascara was really, really good. The brow product really shocked me. That clear brow gel is bomb, and I loved the powder and the pencil. I honestly loved everything. The gloss on the face and the lips. This entire full Face of Morphe stuff is completely approved by me. I will link everything below as always. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try out this look. Let me know if you try out any of these products, and I'll see you next time. Mwah! Bye.